Okay, real quick on beginning a class before it even starts and what have you. Um, as you know from taking the live course, I adopted an L-shaped type firing line. Most ranges have a strict 180 rule. There's not really 270 ranges, so you don't have an L-shaped range. But it works well to occupy your rectangular real estate wherever you're doing this training off the range to have an L-shaped pattern, because you can have 5 yards from a target here, another 5 yards here. It lets you use your space very effectively. It's good to also have the setup with the stringent standards of a force-on-force class. Force-on-force is where you have people actually pointing the pistols at each other and shooting, doing that type of training, which is very common in martial art dojos and law enforcement and a lot of places. But the basic rules there, very stringent rules, are to delineate an area you have no limited access to. It's an area where you can engage in that training without eyeballs from the outside, think, what's going on in there? Like open windows and stuff like that. You have access points, choke points, all right? You check everyone for weapons real quick, all right? When they come up to your area, make sure there's no live weapons or even edge weapons in that training area, okay? If anyone leaves and comes back, they get checked. All right, so this isn't really officially a force-on-force class, but if you adopt those rules, you're just gonna mitigate the odds of anything happening. The thing about the classroom setup is have good exterior walls to do the training against as much as possible. Use a lot of common sense there. Just think, okay, what if the world really went crazy somehow? Something really fell down, or maybe someone got in there, they brought a live fire gun and they went on autopilot, like the worst case scenario. Out of an abundance of caution, how would you catch a bullet? Like how would it, let's not fire against a wall where there's, people or kids immediately behind that wall. Pick exterior walls, thicker walls. Again, I say that just out of an absolute abundance of caution. So we have layered, redundant defenses to make sure that your training area is absolutely safe.